Just allow the mind to just give the body, the organism permission to just relax. Any contractions that are felt in the body, physical or mental, just let these for this moment, this fresh moment, all be dropped. Just dropped away. Start to turn that attention towards the breathing, noticing the feeling perhaps in the chest, the rhythm of the breathing, and just notice how, as you just turn your attention towards that feeling, the nervous system just starts to relax, aligning itself and letting that breath connect you to here, the present. Have that sense of allowing everything that is perceived or seen with the eyes or in the mind. Just allow all thoughts, sensations, emotions, anxieties, fears, joy, sorrow. Just allow all of these emotions to just absorb into your present, fresh, ever unfolding moment, rather than trying to direct a solution to any problem or try to evade any situation. Just see if you can notice the effect of turning that attention inwards has on the body, on the mind, rather than trying to push it away. Don't indulge and don't ignore. Just let whatever is here be here, with absolute surrender. As everything unfolds, include you, the mind, the body, the thoughts, to be absorbed into this awareness of the thoughts, the mind, the body, and see how a gap, a relief instantaneously is created when you take an observing point of view rather than being stuck in the emotion, almost taking a step back, watching. And let that awareness, that watching, become a bright light shining on any arising phenomena. and how things, emotions, feelings, perceptions, also see if you can notice how they pop up almost from nowhere and then tell a story linking to another related problem needing to be solved. Or it could be something simple like feeling hungry or worrying about something. See if you can watch yourself not trying to solve the problem, but just become a bystander, a witness, like an audience. And notice if any feelings of peace or serenity just drop into this space like a stone in a river, just sinking to the bottom without any effort at all. You don't need to push the stone, you don't need to try and catch the stone. As it hits that water, ripples appear on the surface of the lake, and as they're left alone, they get bigger and bigger until they absorb back into the water without any disturbance or any force or coercion. See the thoughts and distractions like the ripples on the water. Just watch them come and watch them go. No technique or method is required apart from sitting and watching. Notice that freedom arise as you are present, allowing all to be absorbed into the wholeness of the moment. Relinquishing all control or the sense that you are thinking you are in control. Everything is controlling itself, and that flow becomes prominent when you go with the flow. Without trying to go with the flow. Just let it absorb. Just drop into that heavy groundedness, even letting go of safety and security, which are illusory. Let that freedom take you where it takes you. And as the mind opens, becomes more creative, intuitive, and creates space to solve a problem, to come up with a eureka moment, come up with a creative solution by just standing back from the worry, the thought, the stress. Allow the mind, the organism, the consciousness to do its own work. Notice how this spaciousness creates this creativity, leaving room and how the thoughts and the breathing naturally deepening and slowing, becoming fewer, almost untraceable, deeper. And as these thoughts rise and fall and pass and come back, what remains when you're not solely focused on a thought or a sensation, but rather sitting with it, carrying it? Although we are paying attention to these arisings and fallings, we're not hanging on to it, but we're also not pushing away. Both of those movements create some form of conflict or discord. Really see if you can just be with whatever arises. Become very aware of this pure sense of being without any interference. And this initial appearance of breath, sensation as a function, becoming an acquired appearance and losing its label and its being felt as pure sensation, looked as it is, without any effort. With no superimposition of the discriminating mind or the narrating mind telling endless stories to a problem that cannot be solved by you. It's in that letting go, that freedom, where there's a unison. And a space, a nothingness, an emptiness, a no-thingness. Where everything is contained without any edge, any limit, everything arising and falling like bubbles in water, appearing, disappearing, appearing, disappearing. Yet the water remains the same. everything contained in that space, and that space contained in everything. You aren't the thoughts, you aren't the sensations, you aren't the worries, you just think you are. You're the space that it all appears within, with no judgment, no duality, just pure absolute being. The paradox of trying to look for this space is like a dog chasing its tail, as you're looking for it from the angle of everything that you are not. So it will be an endless torment, and it's only when we step back and leave that looking that these moments appear. And if it's lost, don't try to get it back. It's the moments fleeting, like the bubbles in the water. You are the source of all, and the source of all is all there is. Feel this total acceptance of the self without owning or separating yourself from anything, any preference. And just resonate with that high, powerful frequency. There's no problem. There is only now. Everything that happened as you perceive in the past happened now. Everything that happened or happening in the future will happen now. The future and past are just traces of things happening now. There's no location or timing. Time is just for our function. But see if you can sense that space, those gaps. There's no location, no sense of time, just freedom and peace and formlessness. The identifications with the past or the future are never true to who you are, which is always now. The ego, the you think you are, is always just a little bit behind. It's ever fresh, ever unfolding presence. You can't be present. You are presence. All limitations, all conditioning, all beliefs dissolving, liberated, absorbing back into the source. that has never left, never created, never born, never dies, never ends. Stillness, eternal, unconditional love. The one thing that never changes, while change appears within the changeless, timeless nature. Everything is just an appearance. Namaste.